nearly lost you already. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sounds so weird to say, but it's not a vlog today. We're doing something a little bit different. Today, I would like you to meet my sister. Oh, I just put my hand in my armpit. I've been given some questions to ask Liv. I thought I was just being a little bit annoying with all of my Europe travels and stuff, so I wanted to just ask people around us what I thought that I should ask my sister for, like, just to kind of get to know us a little bit better, because I haven't really answered anything like this before. And I thought, what better way than
to do it with me?
To do it with my sister. My sister lives in Perth, and I'm in Perth right now on my way home to Melbourne. I guess you could tell us a little about yourself.
I'm his little sister.
I am the oldest of 4. Fun fact. It's me, then her, and then we have a brother, and then we have a little sister. And she does pole vault, and I sprint. So we're still in track and field together. I'm the track and she's the field. In life, what would you do if you couldn't do pole vault?
I don't know though. I feel like I would be like some cool sport that you get paid like hella money for, like soccer. Like they get paid so much money.
Bro, you can't do soccer.
I can't say soccer to save my life, but
when we were younger, she did soccer with me, and she literally used to scream if the ball got kicked to her. She used to scream and run the other direction.
I did not. I used to tie my shoelaces really loose so that when I'd start running, they would just come off. So I was like, I can't do it.
She was more the gymnastics, and I was definitely more the soccer.
Yeah, I didn't like all the mud really.
But if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I can't picture myself not living in Perth, but then I feel like it would be really cool to live somewhere in Europe just for a bit, because you can just go everywhere. You can do long weekends, whereas like in Perth, I can't even do like really a long weekend in Melbourne.
A lot of people in Europe think that Australia is really small. Everyone could not believe that you were like 4 hours away from me. When I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see my sister and then fly back home, they're like, oh, fly back home. I was like, yeah, she's 4 hours from me from plane. They literally are in another country on a 20-minute train ride, so they like couldn't fathom that we're so far away from each other in the same country.
Next week, it'll be 3 years since I've lived in Perth, and this is the first time Mia's visited me.
Track takes a lot. I was watching the Olympics in the crowd like.
I feel like everyone, when I came back, was like, how was it? I'm like, the only word that I feel like I can say is electric.
Electric?
Yeah.
No, I felt that too.
I'm like, that, it's just like, I've never gone to like such a major event before, and like, it was electric. I thought the footy crowd was insane, but this was just like, I couldn't even like sit down. I had like ants in my pants. I was like,
do you get nervous watching me?
yeah, I get so nervous. My heart rate goes so high. I literally start sweating, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna be sick.
As soon as the gun goes, like, are you like feel better? Or
no,
like...
because then I'm just screaming.
And you watch Nina like live?
Yeah, I watched Nina live, and that was literally, that was pinch me.
So Liv trains with Nina, but before Liv even started training with Nina, we went to the 2018 Commonwealth Games where she won a bronze medal. No joke, like Liv didn't even know Nina. No, like she's just an idol.
I just like started pole vault, and then I wanted to get a photo with her so bad. And she was crying. She was like, sorry. And I was like, oh my God. Then I started crying.
She was like full bawling her eyes out. She's like, Nina, Nina. I feel like going from like that to like the Olympics probably would have been kind of full circle, but like this time you actually know her.
Dad and I were like right at the top of the stand, like watching down on the pole vault. I was in tears like the whole time. Dad was like, he was like, it's okay. And I was just like so excited. Obviously she had so much pressure on her. I wanted her to do so well, and I wanted her to win. It's just like incredible to watch. And then once she won, like I sprinted down the stairs and I ran to like the coaches area, because my coach were there as well, and like everyone was just crying, and I was like bawling my eyes out. I saw my coach and I was like, oh. I thought I was okay, and then I saw her parents come down. They were wearing like Nina Kennedy shirts, and then I was like, no, I'm gone. I was so gone. I could cry now about it. It was like incredible.
Do you reckon that watching Nina made you feel like more inspired to...
I had like a pretty good season like last year, and then like once I saw her, I was like, get me back to training, because I like had time off and then was back to training for a couple weeks, and then Mia was going, so then we like booked flights late, and then so I had like no training while I was over there. I was like, I just want to go back, but then I was like, oh, I have to go to Italy. Oh no,
in Italy. What is your favorite childhood memory?
We used to share a room in one of the houses we lived in. Every night Mia would tell me stories, like to help me go to sleep, and then she'd like ask me a question and I'd be already asleep.
I mean, a waffler since day one, guys.
Yeah. We used to like creep out because Mum and Dad would put us to bed so early because they're like, go away. Mia would lay at the bottom, and then I would have my head out the side and we'd just watch the TV. Half the time it was like the news. We just like didn't want to go to sleep, so we'd just like stay there and watch it and like try and talk to each other and be like, shh, shh, shh.
What's mine of you? It's gonna have to be the falafels.
No.
It's gonna have to be the falafels. My mom had this rule: if you did not eat all of your dinner, you didn't get dessert,
really
and you basically went to
embarrassing.
bed straight away. My brother and I, we sat at the table for like 2.5 hours, and
Especially
we were like,
when you don't
"Nah."
like something.
Yeah,
you're
we
just
were like, we can't get through these falafel balls. Like, we just cannot. We waited up and we're like, the eating these falafel balls is not worth our dessert. We're done. We're going to bed. And Liv, she's like, I've eaten all my falafel balls. She was eating her dessert, rubbing it in our faces. A week later, Mum was cleaning her room. She's like, what's that smell? She's gone into Liv's pull-out drawer. Her falafel balls from the week before.
just like in my table because I forgot about them. I just remember like getting in trouble and like going into the toilet and just like putting them in my hand and putting them in my bedside table because I was like, I really wanted dessert. I wasn't allowed to have dessert for such a long time. Which is fair enough, that is so disgusting.
What's the scariest moment of your life?
I've had a few falls. I am slightly clumsy. The scars on my legs would tell you that. I used to have like this massive Olympic trampoline and I like just like, I'd be out there all day just doing flips and stuff. Dad would have like step ladders and stuff and like ladders like probably like shoulder high and stuff.
Yeah. For reference, my dad is a builder.
So like I would just like get things out. I was like standing on the top of the ladder one day ready to do a backflip off it and I didn't put the ladder on properly and so when I stood up I went to like jump to go back and it like collapsed. I literally just fell on my head and like on my neck. I literally was like, but because it was so bouncy, I was like bouncing down on it and I was like, I think I'm paralyzed. But we had like security cameras and then so the only thing that made me happy was I get to rewatch it.
I was in year 12 and I was coming home like on the bus and so I used to have like 12.5-hour school days and when I would come home on the bus it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So my dad was meant to be in America with all of his mates but he come like back without telling me. So I've gotten off this bus, it's pitch black at night. I started walking to the car because I could see Mum's car like all the way at the end. I feel this like grab and someone's like, it was my dad. I didn't know it was my dad, but it was my dad in this scary ass Halloween costume. It was like this clown suit, but like really scary. And he had like this chainsaw as well. And he like grabbed me and I was screaming and like punching and everything and running. No one did anything about it. There was mums and dads and kids around and everyone just took off down the street. Like no one could give two shits about me. They just like ran and it was like a good, so it's not like I got scared and then my dad was like, haha, surprise, it was me. It was scared and kept being scared and more scared and didn't tell me for ages until my mum jumped out of the car and was like, okay, Grossie, you can stop now. Do you think we would have been friends in high school? We were both fresh new year sevens.
No, not in year 7.
She was really popular and I was not.
No, we were just like really different.
In year 7, I was like proper mute. I didn't really talk that much.
Now I'm
no
more shy
friends.
than you.
Yeah,
and, like,
now it's kind of
our whole
opposite.
life has been like me. I was way more shy.
Yeah, Liv was the older sister growing up.
Yeah,
In
it
year
was
9,
sort of-
I moved schools for year 10, 11 and 12.
You came out of your shell.
I came out of
about
my
that
shell
time.
heaps when I moved schools. So I moved from Sacred Heart to Grammar. So I feel like we would have been friends if we both
Yeah.
made that move together. Do you follow track? Like in track sprinting?
Yeah. Not to the level of you. Mia sent a photo in the group chat of her with Daphne Shippers. And I'm like, who's that? She was like, oh my God, I met my idol. And I was like, who is that?
Often people say that I've kind of run like
She was in normal people clothes.
Yeah, she was.
And
I feel like
normal
that's a true
people
fan
clothes.
to know somebody that's in normal clothes.
Well,
like
I
this.
don't follow it to that
Yeah.
extent.
If I was to say a Diamond League final right now, would you know all of the girls in the final?
Not all of them. Just the cool girls.
What about like national finals and stuff?
Oh, like national final, yeah, because
You
it's
follow sprinting?
my country.
Do you follow sprinting throughout the season?
Well, yeah, because you're racing in it, girl. I'm like,
never
oh,
know.
right, Mia's on. I'm not watching it. I watch all your races, so
Yeah.
that I know everyone you race against.
Yeah.
Do you know everyone who I compete against?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you ever compete in a 4x1 relay?
If there was like no other option, yes, but I would never get put into it because I wouldn't be fast enough.
She's actually quite quick.
I'm quite quick, but 30 meters.
Liv used to be faster than me back in the day.
I will forever hold that, especially out of the blocks. And
even like last year, she'd be able to beat me out of the blocks
probably
100%.
maybe it's because I'm lower to the ground.
We actually have a significant height difference. In
It's
case you're wondering.
not that crazy. People think I'm gonna think I'm tiny.
When I meet people, everyone's like, whoa, you're a lot taller in person than what I thought you were. I'm 5'11", 180.
I'm 174.
So that's like forever away.
Bro, it's not that far.
Could the stall gift ever be on the cards? The only way that we would race is if you get a head start. That's the only race that happens is in the stall gift.
Imagine this.
I'm imagining.
Imagine we are racing against each other. I get a head start and you still beat me. I would die. That's what would happen because I get handicapped more because she's my sister, but I'm like,
yeah,
she's
that's the reason she
fast, I mean, I'm fast.
Yeah.
Every time I get handicapped way worse than I need to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not 5. You shouldn't give me like 5 meters head start. It's more like 10.
You can understand why it would be deflating on your end. When I go to the stall gift and he says walk to your blocks and I'm there.
You're already at the blocks.
And then everyone just keeps walking to theirs and they just keep going. And I'm like, you can stop now. Take one step backwards, please. But I would still like to race you.
Oh yeah, it would be so much fun.
If it was handicapped perfectly, I would love to race.
Yep.
What was your recent experience at Yoshi?
Oh no. We went to Yoshi last night. I didn't even really want it, but everyone else was getting because I was so full from dinner. But I was like, oh, a little sweet treat. I dropped my whole Yoshi in the passion fruit.
The passion fruit like
syrup thing. And I literally was like, what do I do? What do I do? Because I was looking at the lady, she was looking at me and she was like, this has never happened before. I was like, I'm so embarrassed.
She was like, I can't believe I just did that. I just can't believe I just did that.
I know. And then I was like,
I just did it. And then you like full had to sit down. I just can't
no,
believe I
well,
just did
because I
that.
was like, this is so embarrassing.
What is your favorite thing about me?
I think just like how you can create like such a positive environment, like atmosphere. Your energy can reflect on other people really easily.
Oh, thanks.
What's your favorite thing about me?
Is your ability to adapt to the
What?
world.
To my Yoshi order. That's so rogue.
The ability to adapt to like a new living space, like you moved from Melbourne to Perth. The ability to adapt to like talking to different people and like backing yourself in. Like if someone was to like be mean to you straight on the spot, like you would just be like,
Oh, and we'd have like fights. Like I would just like come back with things straight at her and she'd be like,
I would sit there like
go to her room
for so long
to think of something to come back, and like an hour later she'd open my door and be like, well, and I'd be like,
it's done now.
It's done now.
What's your funniest story? Do you have...
I do. I'll paint you guys a picture. We're at the MCG.
Oh, I'm not good with
from
numbers.
My memory, it was footy finals. If it wasn't footy finals, a packed MCG. And on the thing, it was like, send us like how many people you think are in the crowd to win something. It was something really cool. It was like a car or holiday or something.
Yeah.
So Dad was like, okay, we'll all enter. Like, tell me how many people you think are in the crowd. We're all looking around and Mia goes, 5,000.
At the time, I thought 5,000 was like the biggest number, like a lot of people.
And we all looked at her and we were like, 5,000? She was like, yeah. Yeah. And we were like, no, in the whole stadium, not just this bay. And she was like, yeah, 5,000. But you do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not good with numbers, so it does happen a lot.
Please tell people how you say kilometers.
A kilometer.
What about an acai bowl?
And a chichi bowl.
What about codoslow?
I got a slow. And do you know what? A lot of people say that I have an accent. I think it's just because I pronounce words wrong.
You say it so confidently that you're like,
that no one argues with how I say it.
That's not how you say it. Definitely a few other words, but they just grind your teeth. Words like leggings. Dad used to say leggings and me would be like,
yeah, sushi. Why do you say
sushi sometimes?
It's sushi.
And Mia would literally like nails on the chalkboard be like, oh, I can't talk to you anymore.
I can't. That should be illegal.
What's your funniest story?
I have two, both involving shaving of the hair. Liv grew up as a fashionista, had to have an hour and a half to know when she was about to leave so she could get changed 5 times.
She was just a dramatic queen.
Yeah, to prepare which outfit she wanted. As in, Mum couldn't get me out of trackies. So she one day did her hair and she did it like a side ponytail. She didn't do a side ponytail and like this part of the hair is just like chilling. So she cut all of her hair. So it was like a perfect ponytail, but it was like an ugly half.
I'm Imagine I clean shaved it. Oh, bro.
Or the other one is she wanted to be like dad and shaving her face with the razor. Shaved her face with the razor but like cut herself.
And I remember mum being like, what did you do? I was like, nothing.
But her face is just like blood.
I just wanted to be like my dad.
As you know, the track season of racing has done, so we're gonna have to be doing some different content to just the race vlogs from now on. Don't worry, I've got some cool ideas in the works.
One more question.
Is the Liv Gross YouTube channel coming?
No, that's not happening. You do it so well. You do it so naturally. I would be like, I feel like someone's staring at me. I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's very valid. We love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. If you got this far, please like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me, especially that we're like still growing and I'm getting so excited. It's pretty cool, like
turning into a little baby.
What?
What? Your YouTube channel is turning into your little baby.
Yeah, no, it's turning into my little baby.
You turning into a baby.
It's like, wait, bro. Ultimately, I would love to be able to travel the world and show you, you know, traveling
Take
the
you
world
along.
and, you know, racing and stuff like that. Have a beautiful day, guys. I love you all. Bye.
See ya.